Alright everyone, I'm going to try a little bit of a longer format, reviewing a silver company that I find interesting. If you listen to Rick, he's saying he's very interested in silver stocks because of just how absolutely needed they are. Everyone knows that silver has the potential to really run, but when, it's anyone's guess. During that GameStop saga, we got some silver bites that got into the story, and they're probably pretty pissed off about silver stocks. But today I want to mention the first HSLV or the CSSV. It's an interesting one because they just are looking to acquire a project. It's at an interesting point in its life, I suppose. So one thing, the founder of Highlander Silver passed away on February 1st. Today we're recording on February 4th, so my apologies, the announcement was February 1st. Our condolences go out to Phil and the family. But we're tuned in to learn about this company. So Highlander Silver to acquire the Bonanza grade San Luis epithermal gold silver project in Peru with a historical measured and indicated resources at 348,000 ounces of gold, grading 22.4 grams per ton, and 9 million ounces grading 578.1 grams per ton silver. So it's not massive, but it's not small either. It's a good starting point. And yeah, let's get into it. So I went to the website. One thing to consider when you see the headlines is like, okay, but you have to consider what they paid for this project. And that's usually at the bottom of the news release. So the San Luis acquisition, what are they paying? First of all, they're taking it off SSR Mining's hands, but not for free. The initial payment will be $5 million US cash or up to 7.5 million in shares of the company. It could be a combination thereof, so we do not know how this is going to break down. There has been no news about it yet. We just know they want to acquire. So it's in that interesting time where we don't really know what to expect here. After the initial news, it jumped to 63 cents. It's now consolidated around the 40-45 cent range. So we're considering an entry. We did not have a position in it. 5 million US, up to 7.5 shares to become the combination of the two. The company may pay up to an additional 37.5 million in cash contingencies. So as soon as they start drilling, the commencement of an initial drilling program, they're going to have to pay 2.5. So on top of the 5 million, you can expect the next financing to be at least 7.5 million going toward SSR Mining. I haven't talked to management, but I'm assuming that they will want to drill further to expand the resource a bit more before they complete a further feasibility study, which would cost them another 5 million. When they go into production, their first year and second year, they also have to pay 10 million each of those situations. So it's actually plus a 4% net smelter royalty. So they could buy it back for 15 million. So it looks like SSR Mining got a fair deal, but let's continue why I'm still interested in this company. One of the main reasons is just who this company belongs to. The capital structure is rather nice. 1/3 of the shares outstanding, fully diluted. 1/3 of them is in warrants, though. So that is a lot. That's a big warrant overhang. 60.5 million shares outstanding for fully diluted 92 million. As of last month, 2.4 million Canadian. So they're going to need to do some type of financing here, but they have the Augusta Group at 41%, the Lundin family at 16.5%, management at 15%, and the float is only about 26%. So I do like to see the slow float. There is some cheap paper out there, but it's for those of you who don't know, that's the group. The Augusta Group is a mining sector focused management group based in Canada and the United States. An unrivaled track record of value creation totaling over $4.5 billion Canadian in exit transactions since 2011. Look at their track record and see the companies they've sold in the past. So Equinox, their co-founded Equinox, sitting at a 1,500% return, 6,100% return for Arizona Mining, 3,300 for Desktop Resources, 12,960% for Ventana Gold. They currently have 3 other companies on the go, Solaris Resources, Titan, and Augusta Gold Corp. So they're seriously successful, just as the Lundin. So they see potential in this company as well. One thing I also noticed that I like to see is that Brent Cook is a rather particular geologist, and it's interesting to see him as a special advisor on this company. So you got to keep in mind too, this is high grade gold silver. You speculate in silver companies for their torquiness. This company, I would speculate, will be torquey if silver moves. So that's why we're considering it. Silver can move and move aggressive. And there's just not many silver companies out there that are of interest to us. This one does seem interesting. It is in Peru. So depends how your comfort level is on that. Anyway, let's follow up because I think this is worth reviewing some of this. A lot of people, I don't think, review technical reports. I'm not going to do a thorough, in-depth review, but a little bit to just show you what to look for a little bit. And yeah, just to see, let's learn more about this project. There was just one press release on it. I don't think they have it on their project page yet. So, or videos, I don't think they've done any videos discussing it. So you have to resort to see this and draw your own conclusions. So obviously, let's take a look on it and see what one way to fill in. This feasibility study was commissioned to investigate the exploitation and processing of the Lundin system, located about 500 kilometers north of the capital city of Lima, Peru. Tells you about the project history of it. 2,000 meters drilling from 2006, 2007. 2009, Resource Modeling Incorporated, and updated mineral resource estimates. There are a number of other precious and base metal occurrences in the region that are owned by other operators, including Barrick Gold Corporation's Purina Gold Mine, which is about 25 kilometers east-southeast. So let's see here. They looked in this report to use an overhead cut and fill mining method for a rate of 400 roughly tons per day. So stakeholders involved in the project access, that's important. They have access to it. The San Luis project site is accessible through a network of public roadways in the area, some of which currently support mining traffic. The main access to this project site is planned to be along the public gravel roads from the city of Juarez from Pasma to the project's west gate. Although this access is a public road, part of it passes through property and controlled checkpoints at Barrick Florina line. A secondary access point is also planned for the project site to the east. However, the public road in that area is relatively steep and large vehicles are not able to navigate its tight turns. The frequency and the mountains, it could be very zigzaggy. So they have some drill hole and trench data here. This technical report was based on 136 diamond drill holes. metallurgical test and resource estimation. So this is where we see those numbers in the headline. P press release measured and indicated 340,000 ounces of gold, 9 million ounces of silver. So this is kind of significant and worth paying attention to and considering when you're looking at a whole, because you have to keep in mind this feasibility study is 14 years old. In the time between completion of this resource and reserve estimates, metal prices and operating costs change due to market fluctuations. Along with metal prices of $800 an ounce American for gold and 12.5 ounces for silver. Recoveries were 90%. The operating cost was $160 per ton, and the break-even cutoff of 6.9 grams per ton gold equivalent. Well, that cutoff grade could be lower now. Obviously, the metal prices are much higher than 12.5 ounces for silver and 800 for gold. So that cutoff grade, there could be more economic ore that was neglected or removed from, was measured and indicated because it had to be cut off. So that's very interesting. Now, there's resources and reserves. Reserves are more accurate, and even within reserves, there's two different categories: proven and probable. Proven is the most accurate, I believe. The confidence level has to be 90 to 95%, whereas probable is more like 50 to 75%, something like that. You can see that the majority is improbable. The vast majority is improbable. And that makes sense with these style deposits. It's underground workings. You can't be completely confident. It's not as easy as an open pit mine. So, after medical process and this reserve for you, 78 ounces of gold, 1.86 million ounces of silver annually over its 3.5-year mine life. That's very small. Again, this will most likely be like a hub and spoke operation where they have multiple different operations feed into one mill. I'm assuming that would be their vision here. It's the high grade that's attracting them, but there's definitely going to have to be some exploration efforts going forward in order for this to be viable. 3.5 years is just a lot of risks for just 3.5-year mine life. Mining recovery is considered to be 95%. Again, I'm not going through the fine-tooth comb. I don't think we have the patience for that. But trying to see what stands out to me. So this is talking about the metallurgy, which processes provide the best extraction of the metal. You have to consider the price of cyanide and how fine to grind it, if it's worth it. Hybrid flotation problems with it, blah blah blah. Tests using leaching times of 72 hours combined with the P grinds of 74 microns typically produce gold recoveries at approximately 94% gold and silver of 90%. So it's not locked up in the ore, they can extract it. Processing facilities, just giving you a rundown of how they work. The tailings storage facilities, that's pretty important. You need to know where to store the stuff, especially in the Andes Mountains. Waste rock management, power supply, that's important. How are they going to power this? That requires 3.4 megawatts of electrical power. Discussions with the regional power utility distributors indicated that the current grid capacity is fully utilized and surplus capacity is not available for the San Luis project. This is again 14 years ago, but they're saying that we don't have power to give you. So yes, it's gonna have to be diesel generators to operate the mine, which is another expense. I'm talking about other infrastructure, on-site road construction, improvements to and from the mine, power generation needed, building and offices, yes. Here is an execution schedule for detailed engineering, development, the actual construction and commissioning, which some of them can be done simultaneously. I believe these are called after, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks like they still need permits. Environmental impact assessment is still going to be required unless it changed it since 2010. But I have my bills. Also a construction and operational permit. But you can see many things can be done at the same time, but even environmental one takes about 8 months. So 2 years, I'll set them down to get this up and rolling. Again, I feel like they're going to be exploring further before going straight to building a mine. So the capital and operating cost estimate, 90 million US dollars. Again, this is in 2010. So the initial capital cost of 90 million. So here we go. Here's a breakdown of the costs. 56% goes to the processing plant and infrastructure. Yeah, it's pretty significant, but nothing, it's not crazy, but at the same time, it's not cheap. Dollars per ton ore, about $160 is the cost. The refining process will be completed within 21 working days of the receipt of the ore. Refining costs, quarter of $1 gold, 50% silver. So then they have risks and opportunities here. There's general risks, political risk is rather important when you're talking Peru. You've got to consider the relations with the communities. It'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind looking up their gold mines, see if there's any news on that, if there's any issues with local communities, because that's right along the same region. Look at this. The base case economic evaluation of $800 per ounce of gold is approximately 37% below the 2010 spot price. Imagine in 2024 now, you could do the math. But the change in the price per ounce gold affects the IRR of approximately 7%. So this could be significantly more economic than this feasibility study, given the cutoff grade could be lowered. Obviously, the commodity price increased, so it could be very economic. Really interesting. Geological mineral risks. I'm not going to go through them. Dewatering, that's something to consider. Scope design, so it could be. They could have created an artificial smoothing of the block grades in the model, so their modeling could be a little more dilutive than they anticipated. Could be something to consider. Need to cover any of this thing. All the opportunities and risks, permitting risks, land use agreements. Such agreements are being discussed with representatives of several communities in the phase with the project. Failure to reach land use agreement with local communities could lead to project delays and possibly increase project costs. Something to consider. Looks like with defense. Recovery looks well. It looks good. Seems like a high recovery. Given the short mine life and the feasibility study assumption that only new equipment will be purchased, salvage values of 25% of mining equipment and 12% profit have been assumed. So with a 3-year mine life, you would not want to purchase equipment. You'd most likely want to lease it out of sale. It's just too short of a life. And let's say, of course, you're looking at further exploration, finding a few ore veins in San Luis. So, even before in 2010, not factoring in the new cutoff grade, the new commodity prices, still the respectable IRR 26.5%, payback period at 1.2 years. So yes, that's aggressive payback period. That's nice to see. You're gonna need it, given the fact that there's only 3.5 year mine life. Precious metals use a 5% discount rate, a little annoying, but total cost of production $313 per ounce of gold. Conclusion. No, so sad. I don't know if I want to continue with anything else. So that I could see. I wanted to just do a quick overview. I know, like, trying to respect people's times, but at the same time, I don't know if you review these types of reports or not, which that's kind of mandatory. If you want to consider speculation, you kind of need to know what you're getting yourself into. So look at royalties are paid to the Peruvian government at a rate of 1% for the first 60 million of gross revenue and 2% of any gross revenue over 60 million. Now, this could change. The Peruvian government, it could have increased. I'm not actually sure how much the royalties are to the Peruvian government. So they have at least a 1% for the first 60 plus 2%. Plus in the agreement, you're looking at 4%. So there's some overhang on the royalties right there. That's pretty significant. 5% won't make or break a project, but it's still a significant amount of royalties. So this is where it stands. We know they're going to need 5 million for buying the project, 2.5 to start the drilling. So that's 7.5 there. We also have to consider how much drilling they want to conduct. Let's see if there's any quotes from the management here. See what he has to say. The CEO, we're delighted to be bringing the high-grade salaries into our portfolio. Impressed with the size and grade of the historic resource. Maybe one of the highest grade gold silver deposits of its size that is yet to be mined in the world. What does that mean of its size? It's rather significant size. It doesn't move there maybe except for growth. There are numerous compelling exploration targets based. Yeah, so they're most definitely going to be explored first. If they can get 2 of these things, if they can get 2 of them, this becomes a drastically different story. So again, you want to consider why people hold silver stocks. It's for that torquiness. Lots of lyrical silver, especially Peruvian ones, can be high grade. Clearly, this one's a high grade one. We got backing from some very strong mining families. Tight float. There is some cheap shares out there with some warrants. We don't know what the new financing will be, so hopefully for anyone new to this, because I don't think that's so much people are talking about this one. Highlander Silver 1 year ago, 4 months ago, Rain of Silver. Yeah, so I don't think they haven't been promotional yet. The people are on the rocks for now. So you know what? It's an interesting time. It's worth considering. We don't have a position yet, but we're considering it. I would like to call management to learn a little more, but hopefully you enjoyed this little due diligence process or exercise I did here. We review technical reports. You gotta do your due diligence if you want to be playing around in this space. Subscribe to our newsletter if you haven't done so already. It's in the description below, but we try and do it daily every business day. provide the news from the day prior, just so you stay in the loop. There's places like Junior Mining Network or where you can get the headlines emailed to you, and it's good. You should do that, but we try and get into a little more detail. Be a little selective of which things are of interest to us. So that's valuable. Make sure to subscribe if you did like this video. We are trying to do more video content. Hopefully it's valuable to you. But yeah, thanks for sticking on around to the end. Until next time. I know.